Hi, everyone. My name is Gemma. Welcome to this Swedish massage class. And today we're going to learn how to do the theory and the practical of Swedish massage safely, so that we can go on to become professional therapists in the industry, whether that be as a self-employed person or within a spa or a hotel. Okay, so my name is Gemma. I've worked in the industry for 5 years. I'm a level 3 qualified beauty therapist and have spent the last 3 years practicing massage in my own private clinic. So today we're just going to get all the boring stuff out of the way, all the safety stuff out of the way. So to the left down the corridor you will find the signs for the fire exit. If the alarm goes off, please do not treat this as a non-emergency, because we are not expecting any practice tests today. So if you do hear the alarm, please make your way safely and calmly to the left, follow the green fire exit signs and straight down the steel stairwell. This should bring you out into the main car park, and we'll form a line away from the building and await further instruction. Okay. Also, if you follow the corridor to the left and turn right, you will find toilets and the kitchen right next door to each other. The kitchen has a microwave, kettle and a sink with clean water and raw water. So if you want to refresh yourself at any time, just let me know. However, we will be having a formal break at 10 AM and an hour's lunch at 1 PM. The toilets are also located next to the kitchen, so if you need to use the loo, just let me know. There's also some local services, just a 5-minute walk that way. There's a main Tesco's with a cafe, and I believe there's a Pizza Hut and also a KFC. Okay, so let's get down to introducing ourselves. I've already introduced myself as Gemma and told a little something about myself. So why don't you all give us an icebreaker, tell us what your name is, what made you book the course, and something about you that you haven't really told anyone else. Amazing. Some lovely stories. So now that we're a little bit chilled out and relaxed, this is quite an informal course, because obviously we don't want you to stress out. We want you to retain all the information and enjoy the practicals, so you can go away and know that you've taken in everything from today. So I just want to get this out of the way. Has everybody completed their Swedish massage theory information at home that you were meant to complete before you came in today? You have? Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do in a moment, we're just going to talk a little bit about the theory. This will be the first half of the day, and then in the afternoon we will go on to do the practicals. So you've got an understanding of the theory, and then later on the practicals should come a little bit more natural, because you'll understand what you're doing. Okay, so let's test our theory knowledge. So regarding massage, Swedish massage theory, can anyone tell me 2 types of massage? Two types of massage movement? Effleurage? That's right, yeah. Can anyone give me another example? A petrissage? Perfect. Can anyone tell me a type of petrissage movement? Kneading? Yeah, that's right. And there's other types such as skin rolling. Can anyone tell me what the benefits are for Swedish massage? Yeah, that's right. So it improves circulation, promotes relaxation, and it soothes the muscles as well. Can anyone tell me the benefits of the petrissage movements? Yeah, that's right. And massage in general sort of relieves tension and stiffness. It increases blood flow by sending oxygen around the body. It also improves range of motion and supports health and immunity. So just to let you know, after lunch we will be bringing in the models to do the practicals. So at lunchtime, I'll just remind you verbally before you leave, just to communicate with your models to allow them time to travel here so that we may begin swiftly after lunch with the practicals, and also ensure that your models have completed a consultation form and have no allergies or anything and can actually take part without any issues. Has everyone understood that, and has anyone got any questions? Okay. Can anyone tell me a contraindication of massage? Yeah? Yeah, that's right. So that would be more of a local contraindication. So if your client's got a bruise or maybe doing some sports or something, we can work around that area. So the treatment will just become restricted, not a contraindication where they can't have the treatment at all. So that'll be more localised. Another example of that is varicose veins. So we would just avoid that area and perhaps work in another area a little bit more. So if your client had varicose veins on their lower legs, you could perhaps spend that extra time on their neck and shoulders, for example. So contraindications that would restrict the treatment completely, so they won't be able to have the treatment at all, would be things like if they have a flu or a running a fever, something like this, would not be able to come in. They would have to feel better and then come in on a later date for the treatment. Because what you'll do is make the treatment worse, and they'll also cross-contaminate you by passing on their illness to you and other members of staff. Is there any more examples that anyone can give me of a contraindication that would completely restrict treatment? Yes, pregnancy before the second trimester is a contraindication of massage. Anyone who would like a massage when they're pregnant would have to wait until they're at least 12 weeks pregnant, so in their second trimester, and have a letter from their midwife or doctor. However, because this is a Swedish massage course, that won't really affect us, but it is important to know that if your client is pregnant, to refer them to a person who is qualified in pregnancy massage, but also advising that person to get a follow-up from the doctor or midwife, a letter to let the therapist know that they can have that treatment. Okay, is there any other questions about these contraindications? Perfect. Now it is important that I do stress to you to follow the guidelines of health and safety in massage. For example, practicing massage when there is, not practicing massage when there is contraindication. This is also because your insurance will not pay out if there is an issue further down the line which turns legal. So it's very important to protect yourself as a professional therapist as well as your client. So please just take that on board. So now we're going to talk about types of massage mediums that we would use to perform the treatment. Now, today we're going to use base oils. So base oil is like a grape seed or your sweet almond oil. And you can also use less, so you can use water-based oil. This is commonly used in more sort of clinical massage, like sports massage or physiotherapy or something like this. But we're doing a spa massage. You would normally use an aromatherapy This is also important that you know what is in the oil, so that you may let your client know that they're not allergic to anything, and that you can give them the best experience. Okay, so grapeseed oil is a commonly used oil. That's the oil that I use personally. I also use sweet almond oil, but almond oil is a nut-based oil, so it is very important when you do consult with your client that you do not end up giving them an allergic reaction. It's very important to label your massage oils. If you are decanting them into other bottles, we all want to know about the date that you decanted it into the bottle, and the date that it runs out, and also the ingredients that are in that oil. It's very important. Okay, so I'm going to get you to fill out some consultation forms, as if you yourself was a client, just to give you a different point of view of being in the client's shoes, so that you can understand what types of questions are asked, and that it will give you a better experience as a therapist during consultation. You can also tell me if you would be okay from an allergy and medical point of view. And as said before, it's great just to have that point of view from your client's side. It just really does help you go through the consultation process as a whole. Okay, so we spoke about consultation with your client, and we spoke about products and the treatment in general. I just want to speak to you a little bit about aftercare. Does anyone have any questions before we move on into this aftercare? Yeah. Okay. So what would you recommend for aftercare with your client? Can anyone give me an example of what they would recommend? Drinking lots of water throughout the day. Yes, this is correct. We want to keep our clients hydrated. They've just had a massage. Their body is probably detoxifying as well. So it's really, really important to make sure that they're hydrated and they're flushing everything out. And also that they're just drinking water in general and avoiding other things such as alcohol. We would definitely deter our clients from having alcohol after massage, just because you've just given them a nice treatment and their body is going through a detox, and we just want to ensure that they stay in that state for as long as possible. Is there any other questions? Yes, okay, so yeah, that's true. If you are thinking of working as a mobile therapist, it's very important that you consider all the things that I've said today and more, just because when you do travel to your client, you will need to ensure that you have alternative oils, you need to ensure that you have clean towels, you need to ensure that your massage table is at the correct height. I mean, this goes without saying for any environment where you're working, because we all want to look after our posture. We don't want to damage our back. We need to look after ourselves. When we do the practicals later, we will speak about how we would stand and everything, just so we can ensure that we're not going to hurt our backs or injure ourselves. This is not good. We want longevity in the industry, and we also want to ensure that we are in the best health that we can be and following health and safety. So yes, adjusting your massage table to the right height is very important, especially if you're working in different spas and so forth, because the tables will be at different heights. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to have a break, and this will ensure that we covered today, this morning, the basics, and then we'll move on to the more practical based theory after break. Thank you very much.